I'm gonna do a discussion video. I'm gonna try to do these like once in a while because I have a lot on my mind. And usually I don't want to say anything because I don't want to cause like confrontation, but whatever. um, there's a whole thing going on that drives me crazy. That's a band. So I'm gonna talk about Bandwagons. Okay, this is gonna be about this because it drives me insane how people just follow things just because it's popular, and it drives me absolutely crazy. like, I don't. I mean, yes, it's if you have a fan of something, that's great. Like here, I'm a huge fan of it, but I'm not on a bandwagon because that bandwagon left years ago, and people are like, "Here, I don't watch that anymore because it's not popular anymore," and so that thing that drives me crazy. Like I was talking about David Schwimmer from Friends, who I think he's amazing and funny and talented and the best actor on Friends. Yeah, he was. Um, and someone was like, "Well, he doesn't act anymore," and I was like, "So what? He's alive and he's well, and he's talented. He doesn't make him not talented because he's not acting in TV and movies right now. He's still talented. He is still somebody that I love a lot. And same with George Matt LeBlanc. He is working right now. But there was a point where he wasn't, and I was like, I love him. You know, they're like, where he hadn't done anything in a while. But I don't know why that means that they're not important anymore. Like, they are. They're still important. They're still talented. It doesn't make them not talented or that you can't like them because they're not working right now. You can. You can like people who are not working right now. Jonathan Taylor Thomas hasn't. Well, they work. Not yeah. Jonathan Taylor Thomas has not been on TV or in movies in a long time, and I still love him. He was my first crush. Like when I was in third grade, he was my first celebrity crush, and I've always loved him. And like people are like, well, he hasn't done much in a while. I know he hasn't, but it doesn't mean that I can't like him. It doesn't mean that he's still not talented at stuff. And if you look at his work, you can see that he's very talented and that he's good, and I love him. And there are people who I love that are dead, and should I not like them? Because not alive anymore. Like that doesn't. So that's like the same thing. Like, I love Audrey Hepburn, but should I not like her because she's dead? Can't work anymore. That whole thing just shows me crazy. Like you can't. People think you can't like something that's no longer going. You can't like someone that's no longer as active on TV or movies as they used to be. Like just like Mickey Rourke. I'm not a fan of Mickey Rourke. Just to put that out there, but he won a Golden Globe for a movie, The Wrestler, and he thanked his dogs. The people in the audience were laughing, and he said, "Hey, they were here for me when you forgot about me." And he also said that Hollywood is an amazing, it's like interesting place where it's like they talk about you so much, and they talk about you, and they love you, and then the next minute they don't want you anymore, and so they kind of forget about you, and then like you make a movie and it's like award winning and everyone loves you again. And he said that it's like the most dysfunctional place in the world, which I agree. And I see it all the time. Like people get on these bandwagons for a little time, and then everyone else gets off. Like, okay, I don't like it anymore because nobody else likes it, and that's stupid. Like what you like. Who cares? Like, there's a whole thing with One Direction right now. Oh my god. No, I hate that they're calling them like, oh, they're like bigger than the Beatles. No, they're not bigger than the Beatles. They haven't been around that long. And to give him that title is a horrible insult to the Beatles. The Beatles worked years to get their success. They worked so hard to get their name out there, to get their legacy. They worked so hard. And just to give that title to a band that just started is a horrible insult. to the Beatles and everything that they worked for. And maybe they're good. I don't know. I don't want to listen to them because I don't care. But it's just that's too big of a comparison. It really is too big. I love NSYNC. I always have and always will. And they called them the next Beatles. And even then, it was like they're not the next Beatles. I mean, I love them, but they're not the next Beatles. They haven't been around long enough to get that title. To even get close to that. So yeah, it's just. And anyway, the Beatles are the Beatles. Direction is One Direction. And Stick is Stick. They're not the next Beatles. They're just a group. And I don't understand the thing that's going on right now either, where it's like the talent has gone down so much. I don't know why we accept such low talented, low class people to be as big as they are. Because like I've been watching so many old movies and I'm just like, this was talent. Like we had Buster Keaton, we had Audrey Hepburn, and we had Cary Grant, and just these, and Charlie Chaplin, and Judy Garland, and Good Bergman, and this all these people, Rex Harrison, and they're like these so talented. And now you have like Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers and One Direction, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, and they're like, oh, they're so talented, and it's like, why do we settle for this? Like, why do we settle for less than talented? Like Kim Kardashian, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. And it's like Jersey Shore, and like what happened to quality people and quality TV and quality movies? Because it seems like this generation accepts really crappy stuff, and I don't know why. And they and I was hoping watching Star Trek, and I've been watching Dick Van Dyke, the Dick Van Dyke show. I watch a lot of old TV, and to compare the old TV to now, it's just like we accept horrible stuff, and we're easily entertained. And if somebody can sing, like, oh, they're the most talented people ever, and then it's like they can sing, yes, but they're not that something to get that excited about. Like, what's her name? The one from Britain's Got Talent. They were like, oh, she can sing, but she doesn't look really good. Susan Boyle. There you go. That drove me crazy, because if she was how they wanted her to be, they wouldn't have been made such a huge deal about it. She probably wouldn't even gotten through. Like, that's. And they're like, oh, you do have a talent. You do have something to offer. And it's just like. Bonnie Hunt, who I love to death, when she had her talk show, which I'm also going to have it over, she brought that up. She said if she was a woman that looked like who they wanted her to look like, and she sang for them, they would not have reacted that way. It would have just been, okay, well, she can sing, that's great. And that the fact that she didn't think she looked like she should look, that like, oh, she can sing, that just like drove me crazy. I'm gonna go over with this rant, and I can't upload anything that large right now, so I'm gonna go before it gets even longer. So, goodbye.